Right, legends. What is crack lacking? We are here and we are live. And I'm a little bit ill. When I woke up this morning and I swallowed, it was wrecked. And like Bitcoin, Bitcoin is wrecked. Just like I said, legends, if we lose January, we're going significantly lower. And that's what we freaking got. Now, my boy, what are you saying, bro? PE, you okay, mate?
I'm cooked, bro. I'm feeling pretty cooked at the minute.
I don't think you're cooked, mate. I think the market's cooked.
I'm feeling pretty cooked myself, to be honest.
We're fried up, brother. We're fried up like a steak in the morning.
It was all looking a bit bad the other day.
We got fried up in the mix, bro. So what you feeling like your egg on your face?
Yeah. How many more have you got?
I've got them ready all night, bro.
You got any more?
You're like them little fucking bread soldiers going down into the war.
Yeah, I'm feeling bad. But no, actually, I'm feeling good today.
What? The market's cooked, bro.
Well, I know, but, you know, there's opportunities. But, yeah, I'm feeling pretty fried at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
Right up. All right, boys and girls. Yeah, so we're going to get into the analysis straight up. We'll go through Bitcoin. We'll go through all the different time frames. I'm a little bit ill. As you can probably hear by my voice, it's a bit croaked up. But I'm going to soldier through it. And we're going to make sure we do this properly for the Legends on Z community. We've got loads of shit to go through, actually. I was talking about Meta, actually, a moment ago. Gold's on another fucking move up. Look at that. Oh, fuck you. Silver, no, I think it was a 40% move down or something from silver. 46%. Dixie, we've got a lot to talk about with Dixie tonight, Legends. Anyway, let's get into Bitcoin because I'm going to flick on to the higher time frame first. So actually, we're on the weekly. You know, with crypto is a little bit of a high time frame. But guys, like I said, my voice is a little bit wrecked. I'm a bit ill for some reason. There's something going around, Dubes. Are you a little bit ill as well? A bit hot in the mix?
Yeah, I'm not feeling great. I actually did wake up this morning. My throat was killing me.
It was all the oil from the cooking.
I had some mad dreams.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Anyway, Legends, so let's get into this. So basically, guys, as I said in our prior video, I'll go to a lower time frame. I said, Legends, that 84K was a line in the sand. And I said many, many times, I actually put this on Twitter to reiterate the point. Wait, talk me. Is the speaker working? Can you say something? Oh yeah, you're there. So I thought the audio was off. So Legends, I said the January open, which is $84,000. There was a trade on 87, 84. I said multiple times on Twitter, guys, if we lose this level, we're very likely going to see a significant push down and make a lower low. Now, that's exactly what we got, Legends. We actually lost this wick. I was saying, guys, that 74K was unlikely going to hold if we lost the January open. And that's exactly what we've done, guys. We literally did an extension from there, right? And we have a flag up. It's essentially exactly the same thing. I think the percent terms are going to be the same as well. So 35% move down from high to low of this move. Let's see what we got now. Another 38%. So in terms of technical pattern recognition, this is now played out. Okay, so this is a move down followed by a bear flag or an upward sloping channel with a continuation down. And actually, we had a very similar scenario. Sorry, my mouse is going a bit weird again. We had a very similar scenario here. I remember I was calling the dealers actually went significantly short here. You have a move down, bear flag up. And actually, this happened over a lot longer period of time. Okay, so obviously, fractal trading is ridiculous because there's time frames and you put time frames into it. But this took this took actually over a year to play out this specific same pattern. And we've done this pattern in a much more quick succession. It's happened, and this has already played out. So now we're waiting to see what's going to happen next. And I would say, Legends, like I did on my VIP group last week, I said I'm taking a buy trade on 65. It was actually between 67 and 65. No, sorry, it was 63 and 65 I was talking about. What was that, bro? Egg on your face?
Nothing. Man, I'm cooked just looking at the charts. Need to know when the bottom is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're getting fried up. Fried up like my throat. Yeah, Legends. So in my VIP group, I said, and also I forgot to mention, Legends, the fucking community. My VIP community is now open for free for 10 days. The link is in the description. It says MDX free. You can now get into my community for free. My VIP community, we're opening it for 10 days. And we're doing it because everyone's getting wrecked. So we're kind of feeling like, you know, we'll help out the Legends with my calls. And in my VIP group last week, I was saying I was going to take a buy trade on between 63 and 65. Actually, AI charting tools has got it plotted out perfectly, and that is in now a profitable trade. So it's actually doing quite well. We went up to 71k like the other second, about a few hours ago. And also, guys, I'll go into Bot Master in a second. But guys, by the way, 1 minute. The community is now free. So you can get my VIP Discord community for free. All you have to do is sign up with an exchange. It's a partnership. So then you sign up, they get a client, we get you into the community for free, and then you have to just trade on that exchange. So you'll see how to do it. Very simple. And you get in, and then you can actually get all of the VIP community content. So the pro signals, you can get pro analysis, you can get all the chat groups, the Bitcoin, everything, all the way through to investments, whatever. Just join, guys. You can do it right now. It is open. If you go to the link below, MDX, then free, just do the steps, and you are Zed in. Very exciting. I wish I could be more enthusiastic, but I'm extremely ill. My throat is just mashed. I just have no energy. I was telling you a second ago, P. I just feel a bit I feel like the market. You know, everyone's a bit like, wrecked, even though it's got nothing to do with the market, because at the end of the day, I don't care where Bitcoin goes. Actually, I'll tell you why this is quite positive for Bitcoin in the longer term time frames. And I called it anyway by saying if we lose January, we're going to go significantly lower. Is exactly what we got. You can go look at, I've actually got more videos, because I've been in my fucking yearly forecast. I was saying I do think there's going to be some significant chance in 26 we're going to go into a big bear market for, actually, I was saying more gold, silver indices, and some equities. That's another story. Equities we're going to talk about in a minute. But gold, guys, we hit over $5,000 and we got a huge pushback. I still think 5,000 probably caps it, but we're at 5,000 again. We went to about 5,600, absolutely nuked. I do think if we do get some significant resistance on gold, I know I'm jumping around a little bit here, guys, but if we put a fib on this, if we do get some significant resistance legends on the 786 or 618, that could mean that that's the beginning of a sideways phase for gold for over, it might be 18 months. Okay, gold's probably going to top. It might be a bit quicker this time because the move up was quicker. It's probably, if I'm really conservative, I'd say between 6 to 18 months. I know that's quite conservative, but I don't think it's any less than 6 months of gold going sideways before we get the top. So don't get, everyone's like, the top for gold is in. Actually, it's going to take at least 6 months, if not a year, to actually see the top formation play out and actually result in the prices falling in gold, very likely. We'll go into gold in a minute anyway. We've got a big wick on the inflation adjusted as well. Let's stick on Bitcoin. So as I was saying, guys, recap. In my VIP group, I was saying that I am taking a buy trade from 65 to 63. That trade is now in profit. I told them it was about 2 or 3 Bitcoin. So it's not a massive trade, $150,000 essentially. And I've got my stop now at break even. So I'm chilling, open trade, free trade. And in my VIP group, I was talking about it extensively in one of our live streams, because we do many live streams every single day. And all of you can get that for free right now. It's actually very exciting. We've actually had probably, I don't know, 100 people already join. So it's really, really exciting to see everyone coming in. But legends, so I'm going to go into what I think is going to happen next, analyze the market, I'll tell you where the trades are. But in hindsight, legends, yes, we do have a bearish flag formation, a channel up, coming down and resulting. The good thing is, legends, that it is the same percentage for both sides. So as I was saying, you're probably going to get an extension of this down. This has played out. And last time we had a very similar formation, it played out, and then it did pretty much go flat and down and sideways for another year. You know, it's literally another year. But that's what I think. I did a tweet about this, guys. Go on my Twitter. I said that if you feel like you're underexposed to Bitcoin and you don't have enough, if you have no Bitcoin or you want to get into Bitcoin or you've always dreamed about owning some Bitcoin and all you have to do now is take the amount of money that you want to get into Bitcoin eventually and just buy proportionally every single week at the start of every week. That amount of money split into 52 purchases over 52 weeks. And if you do that over the next 52 weeks, which is a year, if you hold then for 3 years, there's no recorded case of not making money. Very, very, very likely. You know, past history doesn't always reflect the future. We know that. But it's very, very likely that if you do exactly what I just said, not financial advice, but if you did, which I'm doing with my DCA strategy, of course, if you take $10,000, split it into 52 payments over the next 52 weeks, and then hold for 3 years after the first year, you are very likely going to be in significant profits. And some of the numbers, actually, if you go with, let's say, £10 a day, and I've done this equation for a friend recently, £10 a day, you're looking at a minimum of 30,000. And that was less. That I did it on 4 years actually. So it's crazy, and that's going by the worst case benchmark. If you go for some of the higher case benchmarks, you're looking at like 10x your money. So much bigger. Anyway, so this is now played out. So there's some positivity there for the bulls, but guys, this is not overall a good outlook for what market cycle we're in. We are now in a confirmed technical bear market. The 200-day moving average is aiming down. We are significantly below the 200-day moving average. One thing which is in favor of a sucker's rally is that we're extremely extended from the 200-day moving average, but that 33 to 40% is ticked. We now have a market structure break, so we have a lower low on the macro time frame for this asset class on the weekly. So that means that now we have a high, a lower low than the prior high, and that could have even stated the prior lower high. So it's essentially 2 lower highs, 2 lower lows. So that doesn't actually matter the highs right now, because we could get a relief rally, which could push us up into the 786 on this, and you would call that a sucker's rally actually, and then it will probably come back down, and then we're fanning around and probably end up going lower. But there is a potential chance for a sucker's rally. That's why I bought $63,000 to $65,000 for Bitcoin on a significant trade, because of that potential sucker's rally chance, which could potentially turn into some crazy explosive euphoric end to what we're doing right now, just because this move has already happened. But that's unlikely. Guys, even volume is now a massive red node as the last prior node. So every single thing which I look at, what is the last node? Big red. We do have a green node here. This actually did change over the last 24 hours, but this was significantly higher. So there has been some buyers step in. But red node coming in, we're significantly below the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is aiming down, and we have a defined structural break. So now, if you just think about it in terms of like an easy way to think about it, it's because we've lost this level, we've broken what we've been doing. So say that was the next low. Usually, every single time you make a low, you make a higher high. So that would have been in tune with what the market is doing. And now that is broken. So the behavior of what this market was, which was an upward sloping, it's basically a bull market, an uptrending bull market. It wasn't a parabola, by the way, but it could have been if it had held about here. If that had been the low and then it went like that, then it would have been a parabolic bull market uptrend. But yeah, you can see that the uptrend is broken. We have all the lows, and every single time it makes a higher high. Now that is not Z case. Actually, it was a very, very weak move, which does bode the question, are we going to get quite an aggressive suckers rally? And if we do get a suckers rally, it's likely going to take us up to the 618, which is probably going to be north of $100,000. 10,000. Yeah, see you later. God, I'm a bit ill, legends. So I would say it'll probably take us into between 100 and 110. That would be a suckers rally. And that, guys, a bear market move. You know, this can happen, of course. Like, this is if you do that and then you see it's definitely not off the cards. But in terms of the longer term time frames, guys, it's very likely that now Bitcoin will likely trade in the bottom side, the very lowest range that we made all the way back in October 23. We have the first resistance zone. Everyone calls this the Trump pump. You know, I just saw it as a breakout from prior high. But yeah, Trump maybe had some sort of something in the macro political space happening at that point. But as you can see, guys, we came back and retested this level, and then we saw it again. So SR, it's resistance, got broken, turned to support. SR trading, SR flip. Now we've actually lost that level. I'm going to go into a scenario where if we now, on a higher time frame, did reclaim 74, I'll tell you where the trades are, because I would actually rebuy 74 on that trade. But no, we have a significant break of the structure of the market is broken. We're below the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is moving down. Volume is shifting. It's very likely now, guys, that at some point in the next 52 weeks, that we will trade a lot lower. And we'll probably end up coming down to the lowest. I think it would be about 29, 30,000. If you lose that, that's the first swing high of the whole bull market. That would be pretty concerning for you long-term macro boolars in this game. There hasn't been many cases that we've done that significantly, except potentially this COVID crash. But I would say, look, the lowest it goes is 30. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying that the lowest it will go is 30. But like I said to people who, if you're not in crypto or you're not in Bitcoin, this is a good thing for you because the price might be falling, but the fundamentals are not changing. So in terms of a fundamental investment, as it goes down in price, buy it on the way down because then you have a high probability of making money on the way back up. So it's like I said, what you should do if you don't feel like you've got any Bitcoin, just take whatever you fucking got and spread it out over 52 weeks and buy every single week. That's what you should do, Peter. I know that you're underallocated. I know you want more Bitcoin. And if you want more eggs and bacon and fucking bread for your morning brekkie, because at the moment you're cooked.
Yeah, brother, when are we jumping back in? What when are we going to see 50Ks, or lower? That's what I'm talking about.
I reckon there's a few. Well, let's go and okay. I'll analyze the scenarios, and then what I'll do is I'll tell you where the trades are. I've already purchased Bitcoin at 63, 65K. All right, I said that in my VIP group. By the way, guys, if you're just coming into this, you now can get my community for free. You can get into my VIP community over the next 10 days. You can get in for free. The link's in the description, guys. MDX brackets free. Follow the steps. Use the exchange, trade on the exchange, and you have my full-blown baby, my VIP community with pro signals, pro analysis, all the way through everything. You get it for free, for life. Just follow the steps, and you're in, and then continue to do what those things are, those steps, okay? Very simple to get in. Anyway, so I took a trade on the base of 63. I told everyone in my VIP group that I'm doing that in our call, which we do every single Monday. And actually, we do one every single day. But that's a trade. Okay, I'm in that position. That's great. A few scenarios go like this. If the suckers rally is quite significant, if we get quite a significant suckers rally, and we get above 74K, so say we get some sort of bullish hammer-looking scenario, or the price begins to move up and it's an engulfing candle, depends on what time frame you're on, but I would say weekly and daily. If we then come back, I will buy $74,000, guys, because that does potentially give us an opportunity for a higher low for the suckers rally to go a little bit higher. Guys, we are setting up for that type of situation. We have a significantly bearish formation, which is now played out. Okay, 35% down, 35% down. This has resulted. This has happened. This is a technical formation pattern which is played out. So it's unlikely that this is going to extend even further down now, today. Yes, it can come around and do another leg later in a few weeks, because obviously time, reset, momentum, etc. But it does bode pretty nicely for a suckers rally. We did get here a suckers rally. We have the first extension all the way back down. We did get quite a significant suckers rally. And and this is actually a very weak suckers rally if you look at the actual textbook of how they can go. But this still was a pretty significant move, a 43% move up. Now, I'm already in a position from 63. If we get a 43% move up, I'm going to be pretty fucking happy, okay? Well, that's 75 going there. You've got to remember, guys, calculus is really on your side when you're buying on the way down, especially... That's where all the money's made, guys, when you buy on the way down, especially at the bottom of bear markets, because as you begin to fall, the obvious exponential variant of calculus means then you have a huge amount to go back up. If the price falls 10%, it ain't fucking 10% back. Go look at mathematics. It's actually pretty interesting. So, yeah, you're looking at a 43% move. If we get a suckers rally to 618, you're looking at a 78% move. 43% move will be back to just sub 90, okay? So the suckers rally could take us to here, up to about 100,000, 110K. That's the best case scenario for this. Let me just make this really clear. Like I said, I'm fucking ill. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. But like, what I'm trying to say is, the trades are like this. I'm already in a buy trade at 63, 65. There is technically a short at 74. It's SR. You do take the short the first time. If you get stopped out and we blast through 74, whenever you come back to 74, if you get above it, you buy it. Okay? Buy trade 100% for potentially the old fucking suckers rally up. It's getting a little bit tough out here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the only one that's cooked, bro.
Yeah, man, everyone's cooked out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, I feel like I got an egg in my fucking throat.
It's been a big week already. It's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. It's been a big week. It's been a big week for you, brother. All plated up like fucking Monday morning dinskies. Egg on your face, bro. I used that joke a few times. All right, listen. Yeah, so 74's got to be a sell. If you break above it, 74's got to be a buy. 84, between 84 and 87, potentially could look for a head short position. Definitely look for head shorts at 98 to 100. The 200-day moving average will be a short depending on where it is. If it's going to come in at 98, again, 100, it's going to be a bang on the money. But one good thing for a suckers rally, and I don't know if you would call a suckers rally good, because obviously they usually result in the price falling and very quickly afterwards. But I would say that the 200-day moving average, if you invert it, it gives you a little bit more of a picture here, because the distance between the price and the 200-day moving average, if you just go by visually, it's very, very, very extended. So let's just, because the reason I inverted that is because you can see when the price is rallying, usually the point where it's getting the furthest away from the 200-day moving average is when you begin to taper off. The momentum shifts and you come back to the 200-day moving average. Look at any chart on any asset on any time frame. Well, it doesn't even need to be any time frame because it's 200 days. The price is essentially the average price of the market is the average price of the market because it gets overbought and oversold, and it's the middle between the two. And we know animal instincts take over in the duration of buying and selling. So you get overbought, then you get oversold, you get overbought, you get oversold, but that ultimately creates the moving average of where it is generally going. So for instance, overbought, oversold, overbought, oversold, and in this case, you never really got oversold, and that's the premise of bull markets. You're only getting overbought. But you can see how far it is each time it's been escaping away from the 200-day. That's exactly what we've got right now. We've escaped. And it's very likely, guys, that we're going to come back to the 200-day moving average at some point. And doesn't mean we're going to say the 200-day moving average is doing that. Doesn't mean it can't happen here. That's fine. But we can go through it and then we can continue off. And I would say that it's unlikely now we're starting a bear market that you're going to see to get the other side of overbought or oversold. Just a very, very simple visual trick, guys. This is, basically beginners or, beginner to intermediate kind of level of trading. Moving averages, the market is an average of that. So you either get overbought, oversold to that average. And if you get very extended across it, and you can actually do calculations on it, exactly the percentage. And then you can say, well, if you get to this percentage or more, then the probability to come back to it increases, etc., etc., etc. A billion different ways of analyzing it. But it's pretty fucking simple. Like, if you get far away, look at this one, very far away from 200-day, we came back, extension, back above it. So this is what I'm saying. That's another good sign for a suckers rally for the bullars. And let's just say we get above 74, that's a buy. You're selling into this area here, of course. AI charting tools, my indicator is showing this level very easily. Between 94 and 97 is going to be a sell. The 200-day moving average is on 102K, so let's just say it's doing that. There would be a sell trade on the 200-day moving average. And actually, if that correlates with $100,000 and resistance, that would be very nice, like something like this. So the 200-day moving average coming down 98K on fucking resistance. Bang into it. That's going to be a nice trade. Anyway, these are all the head short positions on the way down. And, guys, I do SR trading. That's essentially what I do. I'm an SR flip guy. When I'm doing manual trading, obviously the bots is a whole other story, and we'll go into Bot Master and what's happening with that, and PaxG bots and everything like that. Automation is another piece of the puzzle. But I'm talking about the 25% of my money that I manually trade. 25%, my whole spread. 25% is looking at swing trading, predominantly using bots. 25% high probability setups, 25% scalp, and then investments. So that's how you should really do it. Well, that's how I do it. You can do what you want, of course, but that's how I do it. So I'm talking about SR. All these levels are basically the SR levels. You can see them on the chart. Anyway, these have not really changed since. They don't need to change. You can bring up your VPVR, your volume node stuff, and I've been doing that for years as well. But in this specific example, you don't really need the VPVR. And actually, we have my indicator for volume delta. So if you want to really dive into the numbers in the books, then just get a volume delta, and you can probably see it's going to look like something like this, and then volume, and then volume, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then these areas are the nodes of where you want to look for those SR flips. So that's kind of it. But that's all the trade setups. In terms of analyzing, just to quickly make a point here about analyzing the market, it's a 50% retrace in an extremely short period of time. Even in Bitcoin's history, there's been obviously bigger ones, but it's a 50% retrace in an extremely short period of time. So it does mean that we've broken market structure on the basis of that. And I do believe that we're likely going to see the price of Bitcoin fall into the lower side range. I think probably 30 to 25K is the lowest it goes in this bear market. And that would take us to, well, 85%, which is more than the prior cycle, which would be unlikely, takes us down to 18. So a lot of guys are saying we're going sub 10. You know, it's not impossible because there are unforeseen things in the future which we cannot predict. For instance, you know, nuclear fucking war. Like, that's probably going to cause some... You know, the thing is, that could mean the price goes up or down. What I'm trying to say is that there could be an extremely fearful event at some point in the future which could make markets do radically crazy things, because human beings are built on emotion. So if there's a radically crazy thing happening, then people might do a radically crazy thing on the chart. The chart is a manifestation of human emotion to a degree. So let's just say 90% correction, 10%. Sorry, $10,000 would mean a 90% correction. I think it's unlikely. I don't know how Michael Saylor would think about that if it went there. He probably would be okay for a bit, but it would get pretty dark. But I would say between the lowest it's going to go is between 30 and 48K. And this is the lowest side range. If you do the same thing on everything other cycle, you have ranges built in the cycles, and usually it goes down 3 tiers. Actually, this one, it went down 3. You can go back even further, but we're probably going to go down 3 tiers. And look, this is going to take us... Let me extend this a little bit so it's nice and neat. I like it neat, Pete, just like your face right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
How's the pepper? You sneezing?
How's the what, sorry?
There's pepper on your face, bro.
Oh, yeah, mate, I actually forgot I had the filter on me for a second. I've just been looking at some of the charts.
Yeah, man, you're fried up, man. Fried up like chicken dinner.
This is what it feels like being in crypto.
Mate, we both woke up ill as well. It's funny how when Bitcoin's nuking, we're both ill. Like, it just is how it goes down, my guy. All right, so let me wrap Bitcoin up, because guys, like I said if we lose January, we're going to go significantly lower. Look at my Twitter. I've called this a million times. I've also been talking about a bigger market reset in general, which we're going to go into now. The thing is, legends, Dixie, if we go on a lower time frame, it's got the level to hold. If it doesn't hold, fine. If we break down, it's going to be actually pretty positive for Bitcoin. Let me just actually say one thing about Bitcoin, because there is something which I do think is quite interesting about this market cycle. It's a very fast move down in a very short period of time, 50%, okay? The prior very similar formation happened over a lot longer period. Let me just actually see how long it did take. I'm on the weekly. So to get to the bottom, which was the FTX collapse, it took 52 weeks, literally exactly a year. We've done the same formation in probably only about 20 weeks. What am I doing here? Let me get my little tool out. Where's my tool gone, sire? Which one was I even using? Measuring tool. Bloody hell. My brain is broken. 18 weeks, okay? So yeah, I said about 20 weeks. So this technical pattern has played out very quickly, and it is now played out. We've done 39%, 39%. The measured extension move of this has already happened. So it's happened in a very abrupt period of time, very quickly. What it does bode in my mind is that, yeah, I think a sucker's rally is quite probable, actually. For something up even into above $100,000, that's really gonna, you know, everyone's getting so fearful, then everyone's getting so greedy. A sucker's rally really wouldn't be off the cards. I do then still think it's going to result in the price probably coming down and doing something like this, and maybe tapping into the 30K. That's absolutely very plausible right now. We're in a bear market. We've made a lower low. We've broken market structure. Like I said, the crescendo of the market is broken. Like I've said a million times, you know, we have consistently made higher lows with higher highs, and now that was the move up, and now we have a lower low. Like, it's a complete change of behavior. The behavior was uptrending bull market cycle. We are now not in that. And the only thing I can say is a very aggressive move down. We are at support. Like I said in my VIP group, I bought 63 and 65. I do think a sucker's rally could be quite probable here. And it could take us even up to over $100,000. And that will really shock people. And then I think, guys, we'll end up doing something like that. And then we will probably end up breaking that low again. And also we do have, and I don't want to get macro on you, or let's call it macro smacko, because I'm not into the geopolitical side of things. I'm a strictly speaking technical trader. I look at the price and the price only, and I let nothing else dictate my decisions. But one thing that bodes well into that thesis, because I've said it for a while, is that I do think the 4-year cycle is going to break. I said that over 2 years ago. Everyone's talking about it now. I said that fucking 2 years ago. I said that in the next bull market cycle, you can go watch my video when we were down here. I said the 4-year cycle is going to break. There is no recorded evidence of markets perfectly in tune with 4 fucking years. Look at gold, look at equities, look at any other market cycle or structure. I have to go on a much higher time frame, but look at gold, for instance. I don't want to beat on this drum because I've said it a long time. You have extremely fast bull market rounded off for another it's a bull market cyclical bear trend, next bull market. Then you've got like 2 decades of a fucking sideways bear market, and I would actually just get this up on the yearly. I'm on the monthly right now, so you're looking at like 355 months. Right, okay. So that's a fucking anomaly. I actually want to get the years on that because my mathematics and my brain is too slow to calculate that into years right now. So let's just say when it breaks out, what, like 28 years? All right, and that's ridiculous because the kind of forgot 28 years flat. Then you have a bull market, and let's go from breakout to here. Then you have a bull market taking you for a 4-year bull market, and then look at this next one. Then you have kind of a bear cyclical trend taking you 10 years, and then boom, now we got this. So there's no model you can put on this chart and say that there's anything. Oh shit, is that you, bro, or me?
That was me. Someone trying to get hold of the eggs.
They're trying to get hold of their brekkie, man. They're ordering it in on Deliveroo, and they're gonna get you shipped out in a fucking back of a fucking Deliveroo box on a moped, son.
Stop. All right.
Mate, we've been saying the same jokes about you being scrambled. Oh, that's another one. The market's a bit scrambled up.
Right. Let me just, I'll go mute my mic. Tell him to fuck up, to go away.
Yeah, all right, brother. So, yeah. What I'm saying is that there's no model which can say to you with gold that, yeah, there's this perfect business cycle in a 4-year cycle. Just shut the fuck up with that crap. And I'm sick of hearing it from all these people. It's a load of bollocks. It doesn't make any sense. The human nature of fear and greed and the animal instinctual natures to be is very difficult to pinpoint. And to say that can be pinpointed by the business cycle or even a 4-year cycle, it's going to break. It's going to break. And I said that 2 fucking years ago. Now everyone's talking about it. So I even pulled my hodl, one of my best trading strategies, which is a hodl master, I call it. I pulled it 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, it had a long drawdown, longer than usual. It's had like an 8-9 month drawdown period. I'm like, So I pulled it, and this is me putting my money where my mouth is, because that was a 25x trading strategy over Bitcoin, and Bitcoin in that period did like 10. So anyway, I'm saying that I've been calling this 4-year cycle to break for a long time, to kind of roll it all back. Sorry, my brain is a little bit scrambled like Pete's face right now, even though it's fried eggs. I'm getting fried up like Pete's fucking... Bro, how do you slow it down? Listen, I'm ill, right? There's something going around, dudes. I woke up and I swallowed, and it was this huge pain here. I was like, oh, God, here we go. Fucking Monday. Anyway, so my point is this cycle is likely going to break. And I do think this bodes well, and I don't want to get too into this, but it does bode well with a crypto pro government. It does bode well to potentially some big players. If we go and look at the Bitcoin treasuries, and I haven't got it up right now. Where's my Bitcoin treasury sheet? I haven't got it up actually at the moment. But the Bitcoin treasuries have still been growing. Like a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, everyone's getting out. Well, actually, the institutions aren't. That's crazy, isn't it? 35 trillion. But anyway, let me find my Bitcoin treasuries map. For some reason, I haven't got it up here. Watches, guys. Actually, wait. The watch market. We're actually turning around. It's a good sign. Definitely a good sign. It's almost like people are fucking selling their gold and buying a couple watches on the marketplace. So this is a good sign, guys, for general asset prices beginning to move again. The gold, watches are beginning their uptrend. So the price of watches are beginning to rise. Probably it's happening, you know. The difference between, well, I would say that gold and silver holders are going to start offloading. We've already seen the start of that. I actually do think as well quite a lot of watches, which are, you know, extremely expensive, have a lot of gold and silver in them, right? So that's another reason why the price might be rising, because, you know, the actual physical metal of these watches could be gold and silver, which definitely plays a play in that whole story. But anyway, I'll get into watches. I'm jumping all around the gaff. I'm jumping all around the place. Anyway, the Bitcoin treasuries are still rising. So pro-government into Bitcoin. There's a lot of institutions that are still buying at these levels. We do have a potential chance to break the 4-year cycle. And, you know, all I'm saying is that I do think a sucker's rally could be very likely. But I do think that still results in us going to around that 30K region anyway. But the great thing is, if we do get a sucker's rally, is we have lots of opportunities as traders to take bets on the basis of maybe. And if that maybe is right, then you make a load of money. Because if we do get a sucker's rally up to around 100,000 into the 200-day moving average, what you've got is a lot of potential buy trades back on the way down. Doesn't mean they're going to play out, but if they do, then we actually do really break the fucking 4-year cycle. And if we go into the next 50 fucking weeks and we don't go down significantly like a normal bear market, even though right now all the categories for a bear market are ticked. I'm just saying, if we don't, then we could be looking at some sort of cycle which doesn't replicate other cycles, which means it can do something which is outrageously crazy. Because you got to remember, it was like the first altcoin thing. It was so unbelievably crazy because nobody knew what it was or how it was, and it was so much more crazy. It was almost like a tulip bubble style one, the first altcoin. We've never ever managed to replicate that first altcoin season, just because of the unknowns with it, and it had no cycle, and it was like this. If we do something like that for Bitcoin, where we break its traditional cycle pattern, then the fucking literally your bets on where you think it's going to go are off, because it's like trying to bet where it's going to stop in a blue sky breakout. That's ridiculous and not possible to do. So yeah, I don't know. There's a few things there, okay? There's a few things there. But the issue I do have is that I was going to sell quite a lot of my Bitcoin at the beginning of a bear market. So wherever we go, I've already got a long one, so I was going to sell a lot of Bitcoin into gold. But like I was saying, I don't know when I was saying this, but I was saying this in one of my groups or something. I was saying I feel like in this specific scenario, my goal was not to go back to cash. Not ever again, because cash can be king in some instances. I do think cash might become king again, actually, over the next 2 years. We'll see how that plays out. But one of my game plans was I wanted to sell a lot of Bitcoin into gold, to use that as what I sit in, whilst Bitcoin probably falls another, because, you know, we're in a bear market now. The probability is we are probably going to go around 30. So, you know, depending, and by the way, guys, that can change depending on where we go, and we're going to be trading all of the levels the whole way up. You know, when a lot of guys, I don't want to jump around. Let me just stick to the fucking same thing. So gold, it's almost like I got played a bit, because I can't fucking buy gold now with my Bitcoin, because gold, I still think, is not going to manage to sustain above $5,000 for more than 6 months. I don't think gold. I've said it from the beginning. I think the cap for gold on the upside is $5,000. We've already broken the 2011 highs of purchasing power, which I think is actually pretty mental. That means it's the second highest purchasing power moment in gold's history ever since recorded history on this specific chart. But it does go back to the fucking 1970s. It goes back to 1969, actually. So the purchasing power of gold right now is the second. Well, it's basically the second most valuable it's ever been, and value by purchasing power, not by price, because we know that the price is completely different. The price of fucking gold in 1970 would have been like $10 an ounce, but now it's $5,000 an ounce, but the value is more. So I'm not talking about the price. I'm talking about the actual value of gold right now is the second highest it's ever been. But the price in 1980 would have been a lot less, but the value was much higher. But I'm not going to go into that fucking conundrum for everyone to understand. I think most of you guys have understood the premise of that. If you guys in the chat can tell me, do you understand the difference between price and value, and say yes or no, that would be absolutely great to know what your boys are saying out there. Pete, do you know the difference between fried eggs and scrambled eggs?
No.
What is the difference? What do you say? Is it about oxygen levels?
I'd say you have to be very careful with scrambled eggs to make them right. And whatever you do, you can't make them in microwaves.
Mate, I thought poached eggs was difficult, not scrambled eggs. You just got to mix it up with a fork.
No, it depends if you want them Gordon Ramsay style or not.
Honestly, I think scrambled eggs are probably the easiest ones. You just blast them up with a fork.
Can you look at Cardano, please?
Cardano's fucked, guys. Charles Hopkinson was wrong. It's gone, boys. No, I'm going to go to altcoins in a minute because some of these altcoins have they've gone below their prior bear market lows. It's fucking crazy. But anyway, gold legends, it's at the second highest point of its value in history since 1969, and 69 is a great fucking number. I don't think it goes much higher, guys. I do not think gold stays above 5,000. I've said this, guys, months ago. I said this years ago. I said it might go 5K and that'll be it. I said this fucking years ago. I need to get someone to go through my videos previously and actually get the clips, because if you saw the clips, you'd just be like, I'm a fucking god. I'm a messiah. I genuinely have a crystal ball. Right, that sounded fucking mental, but listen. The ego's coming out. So look, I don't think it stays above $5,000 for longer than 6 months. I do think it tops out at around 5, and it went to 5.6 actually at one point. So the issue is I can't buy gold with Bitcoin because it's too high. I also think silver's too high. I think we're probably going into the beginning of bear market for both of these things, and I do think, guys, that the stock market is coming next. I actually think there's quite a big opportunity. I don't want to be the big short guy. I don't want to do the big short because I know how difficult and how composed and how long you have to wait underwater before you realize the gains. But if I had the energy and the time to really just try and do it and just sit there and begin to start a large short position, I probably would start on the stock market. And because it's probably got a little bit longer. And gold, when it comes down, people are going to buy equities with gold and the price is high. That's the thing you're going to do. And silver's the same and stuff like that. But I would say that we could eclipse it. It's just 26, 27. But I haven't got the time, or I can't be bothered, essentially, to try and play it out for something that can only go down 100%. And it's not going to go down 100%. When you short, you can only ever make 100%. So the time, effort, and resources you need to make a short work, because obviously when things go up, they go up with greed, which means they are slower when they rise. If you're trying to bet on fear or bet on a market decline of sell pressure, it's just a lot more taxing, a lot more resources, a lot more composure you need for less gain. Because you're going to make 100%. You can only make 100% on the trade. You can only double your money. And where's my shit gone? What did I have up? Oh, I had the wrong one up. So, wait, that's not right, is it? I need the stock market, mate. I need the stock market. I need to go back. So, that's what I'm trying to say here. It would take a lot of time and effort just for 100% gain. But look, this one was fantastic. I remember this one here. And guys, go back on my Twitter. When we were trading here, when we were trading up to it, I said we're going to come and retest the top COVID levels. We did exactly that. Go on my Twitter and scroll back and you will see a tweet of me saying we're going back to this level. And you'll just be like, oh shit. If whoever finds that tweet and posts it in my free group, in my free one, I will send you a present, because I actually want to find that tweet, because this happened perfectly in real time. Go find the tweet, put it in my fucking free group, and I'll send you a prezi. It'll probably be MDX Algo and some goodies. Some goodies and some eggies, you know? I'll keep you.
How's the free group going, brother?
It's going well, brother. And also, well, no, you can get my whole community. I was talking about my Telegram group. What I'm saying is right now, find the image and post it in my VIP community, because my VIP community is free right now for 10 days. So go to the link below, guys. MDX. It says MDX brackets free. You can get into my VIP community, Pro Signals, the whole shebang, where I put all of my analysis, all of my trades. You can get in there for free right now. I'll see you fucking in there. Let me see if anyone's joined at the moment. Let me have a look. Let's go to chat. Someone just joined. Camel Calls joined. Apparently, this is happening, legends. Apparently, this is happening. Discord's going to do KYC. Fuck off. I hope they don't, because I'm not doing it. There's another guy here. Anyway, we had Camel just join the server. So, guys, come here, join the server, and post that tweet. It's completely free to get into my VIP community. You get all of the Pro Signals calls. You get all of my analysis. Look at this, the level to hold. You got the Bitcoin analysis, obviously. You got the Bot Master analysis. It's all free. Oh, there you go. mdxalgo.com/community. You can get it for free. Just sign up with the exchange and then do the parameters, do the steps, and you're in for free. My VIP community is free for 10 days. I was like, I fucking bust. So I could the amount of fucking resources, the amount of time it would take for me to play out a short trade on the stock market, it doesn't make sense for me at this point in my life. But it kind of does. I kind of want the glory. I kind of want the glory of this trade. I know the stock market is about to absolutely giga implode. Not giga implode, it's going to go to the 618. It's going to the 618, legends. It's likely going to come here. I called a stock market crash. Like I said, guys, go find the fucking tweet. I said we're going to come and retest this level, the COVID highs before we had the COVID nuke. We did it by basically a fucking 100 points. We got this trade, guys, and I was calling it months before it happened. A lot of people don't keep up to date with my calls because I don't like constantly promote what I'm saying. I need to get a better team who can actually find the things I say. There was one tweet I did yesterday or a couple of days ago, which was like, I predicted Bitcoin perfectly, because I said if we lose January, we're going down significantly, and that's exactly what we did. And this is when I analyzed the market. These are not open trades. This is analyzing. But I said we're going to come back here. I know the stock market is going to do something giga. The Dixie is on fucking support. Gold's topping out. But I know it's going to take all of 26 of nibbling in at shorts just for the potential chance of making 100% down. That's the problem with short selling. I don't short sell anymore because I don't see the fucking point. What's the point in short selling? You can only ever make 100%, and you have to have more conviction and more dedication, and it's more difficult to make money. So it's harder, and there's less money to be made in any short selling game. That's why it's stupid. If you're short selling all the time, you're a fucking stupid, unintellectual trader. Not unintellectual in other things. You might be a great artist, but you're in trading intellectually dumb if you're trying to just short everything all the time, because it's against you. Things that go up have calculus on their side. Yes, when you short, you do make more of the denominated asset itself. So actually, it does kind of work out in the same way. But I'm saying that if you're just trading fucking stock market US dollars to make money on the way down, if you trade an individual stock, you'll get more of the stock on the way down. But then you're getting more stock of something that's crap. I like shorting Bitcoin in some cases because you do make more Bitcoin on the way down, because I know Bitcoin's going to go back up. I'll do it with commodities, but not a fucking stock. You don't short CME stock to get more fucking CME. Shit! Oh, my throat is wrecked. Oh, I'm ill, legends, all right? Guys, hit the like button for this shit. We're going to keep going anyway. So I'm saying that the stock market is going to fucking implode. It's going to be like bacon and eggs in the morning, scrambled up with the bacon and the eggs all in one go, and you have egg on your fucking face. Next joke coming in. The pepper's going to burn your eyes out. All right, so let me just get back on track. I'm going a bit hysterical here. Basically, the inflation-adjusted chart is screaming that we're coming back, and we're likely going to go here. Okay, so we're going to go back to the prior high first. So we're actually probably going to go a lot higher, and then we're going to go boom, and we're going to get this high. And we did it here, we did it here. We do it every fucking time. So the stock market's going to come back, but it's going to take probably all of 26. Gold, I think, is topped, but that's the wrong statement. I think the ceiling for gold is $5,000. Within the $5,000 bracket, I think the ceiling for gold is in, and I think actually we go sideways on off down over the next 6 months. Inflation adjusted is ridiculous. Silver, kind of maybe already there. I'll take a short on silver, you know. I'll be a bit careful with it, but, you know, there could be a 618786 trade. Now, Dixie, let's talk about it. And how that relates to Bitcoin. Right now, it's just one of those bloody trades, isn't it? This is going to be the deciding factor on what happens to the stock market. If we get back above 100 points on the Dixie, the strength gets above 100. If we go like this, Legends, I think even if it does that and even comes back in, it's still a very good sign for the strength of the dollar. This could be pushed up by gold beginning to come back to earth and silver coming back to earth. But if we see that happening, I do think there's going to be pressure on the stock market. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, but it's value to risk and risk to value. I don't give a fuck in this specific scenario. I think that when gold when gold sells out or sells off, you're going to see something in Dixie. If we start seeing dollar strength, and Bitcoin's already kind of showing the cracks as well as in the bear market. So it's the stock market really left. And if we do see that from Dixie, I do think it's going to be weak. And I really would say the first thing, the 200-day moving average is actually swinging up nicely. The first real level for the stock market is obviously this range. You can see it's got a mid zone as well. It's actually bang on. I won't really bother with all of this charting out because we know it's just going to move in 10 minutes. But it's pretty nice here, just from a flat technical perspective of where the level is. And actually, there's a really nice bottom side level because you have double. I love the double whammy levels. The double whammy levels are always the best. So you have top side broken out a few times. Now we're trying to get there. And then the bottom side range. So the trade is really this. If we went down like this significantly and we broke through a couple levels, right, obviously we retain this. The trade is you bounce off up into this area and you're looking for the 618. That's the short there. That's the trade. 200-day moving average will come around as well. If you break the 200-day, that's a kiss of death. Bang on. Came into it, kiss of life. So just draw a fib on this. Just leave it on the high. The high is going to change. If you see the stock market come down quite rapidly, you take a short on the basis of this. And looking at inflation-adjusted charts, we're gonna likely get a stock market crash in 26. Doesn't have to be a long crash, but I think it can be a short-lived one. But this is telling you the right story because this is not to do with the ratio of new printed currency and the price. This is to do with how much currency relative to the value. So this is what you want to look at. And the value is very, very high right now, the same levels of .com. So I do think we're going to get something. And everyone's like, it's AI, it's AI. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think it's AI. Everyone's calling this move. I think they're going to blame it on Trump when it crashes. Depending on if he's still in power. They'll blame it on Trump. But it's not actually because of Trump. There's an argument for maybe some AI stuff, but AI is not necessarily... I don't know. I have to make my mind up on it, but it's interesting. I would say NIV is predominantly why I think the stock market is where it's at, to be honest. I suppose they are doing a lot of AI. So maybe I'm being a little bit counterintuitive here. MicroStrategy's down. Tesla again. We'll relook at it. But I don't like to put labels on things. I don't really like to do it. You know that anyway. I don't like to put a label onto a market cycle and say that was the reason for the cycle. we're just in a period where we've had a significant long bear bull market in the value of the stock market. There are lots of different things happening. There's been printed currency. There's been the AI bubble. There's been things happening, which is a destabilization. I think it's more to do with people not having trust in financial institutions. But, you know, they're using the stock market as a way to get out of things like dollars and gold. But again, like I'm saying, this is the value. So it's not relative to that. Anyway, let me just get all my thoughts together and like kind of give you a little summary on it because, yeah, the Bitcoin bear market is in. We're in a bear market for Bitcoin. I do think a sucker's rally, there is a potential chance for a sucker's rally all the way to $100,000. I still think that even if you get a sucker's rally to $100,000, we do still lose the prior low we just made and probably go to around $30,000, even if we get a sucker's rally to 100,000. Okay, it's just setting up. It's just setting up as we've completed this bear move. We have a long, call it like a fucking pole bear flag extension, measured move of that. I already bought 63 in my VIP group. I told you that, guys. I told everybody in my VIP group that I bought 63. So you can go and get my VIP group now for free. Legends. Go to the link below. It says MDX free. You can now get into my VIP community for free. It's really simple to get in for 10 days. Suckers rally, I still think up 30k comes. That will probably coincide in that period of time where gold is beginning its bear market. Gold's probably going flat sideways for 6 months, all the way to 18 months potentially, between 6 and 18 months. Silver's the same. Maybe you already got there. And if Dixie does this, I think that calls it for the stock market for 26. And if the stock market nukes, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Bitcoin because we know that Bitcoin trades like a commodity and a fintech stock. So if gold is beginning a bear market and the stock market, then it's literally the two things, how it behaves, both nuking at the same time. Even though Bitcoin has got a correlation with gold in terms of gold rallies and then Bitcoin comes next. But look, there's too many people on the internet right now, like the Kathy Woods, the Michael Saylors, who's that other fucking there's all those Bitcoiners who are just Tim Draper, you know, they're all coming out and they're just saying like, no, this is all completely different. This is not going to happen. We're not going to a bear market this time. It's going to be a really shallow one this time because I bought it this time. So it's going to be, when I bought it, now it's just going to be shallow. It's not going to be shallow. I will tell you right now that Bitcoin's likely going to go down towards $30,000 in this bear market. They're all saying it's all not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I think they're probably going to be wrong. I think there is a very, very realistic chance we get a big suckers rally, and then we end up coming to 30k later when the stock market, gold, and silver begin to really crumble, and there's a big flush out, especially with some of the institutions which are going to panic quite likely. But that's kind of it with the analysis, guys. That's what I think. But the trades, you know the trades. I predominantly trade Bitcoin all of the fucking time. Stock market, that's what I look for. A break to this level, rally up to 618. That's the only parameters I will take. Maybe if we go significantly lower, if you get a 15% correction, then you hit the 200-day moving average, kiss of death, I'll take that trade as well. But that's about it. Stock market, we know that already. Nvidia, not looking at anything on NIV. Gold, I'm not going to take a short on gold. That's just stupid. I don't think that's... I'm kind of tempted about taking a short on SPX, but a big one. But this would be a small one, but a big one would be different. Silver, you could... There is a plausible... You know, there's a short on silver already. You know, but the thing is about silver and gold, they're going to take at least 6 to 18 months to top. Like, this is a fucking year. This is a very long time. It's not just going to go... It's not going to Burj Khalifa it. It will Burj Khalifa it on the lower time frames like it is now. It's Burj Khalifa-ing it on the lower time frames, but then it will go in and then it's going to be like this, and then it will ultimately roll over. That's that period too long. But I'm trying to put it all into one package, and the Dixie, yeah, like the Dixie, if it does that, we're on macro long-term support for the Dixie. So 26, 27 legends, the big giga bear markets. Gold seeing it on the flippers, quite likely coming soon. I said 5K is going to top it. The gold rush bubble, see you on the flip side. Silver's already kind of seeing the cracks. I do think SPX And by the way, guys, I'm not calling the SPX to drop now. I'm just saying that during 26, looking at where the Dixie is, gold's always is going to start showing its cracks throughout the year. There's a giga fucking short on the bloody stock market, but I just can't be asked to spend all the year building a position like the fucking big short just for the premise of all that time, effort, energy to only be able to make 100%. And it's never going to drop 100%. So what's the fucking point in all the stress? Maybe if Bitcoin and crypto wasn't a thing, I'd do it. And I'd do it for the glory. To say, look at my position. Oh, yeah, it went down 28%. That's all it's going to do. 30% max. So I'm not going to bother shorting it, but there is going to be some lower time frame stuff. But Bitcoin specifically, just to go over the trades one more time, guys, you can see all the levels, and I will post them in my VIP group again. Like I said, my VIP group is free right now. My fucking baby of a group, which has all my core community, is free right now. I'll actually post the link. Actually, Pete, post. Actually, wait, you've done it already, haven't you, Pete? Let me.
In the chat. Wait, did you know? Did you know? 15 year ago today, Bitcoin was $1.
15 years ago.
Yeah, today.
So that was in 2009, 2010.
Yeah, something like that. 15 years ago.
Mate, listen, it's been a long fucking day. I'm trying to get $1. Yeah,
That's
makes
mad.
sense. Yeah, mate, it's the fastest appreciating thing I think ever in history. Not just like in our lifetime, but like for something to have gone up that much in such a short period of time, it's like it's just it's unprecedented in our history of humans. Like there's I don't know, I can't there's like try and think of something. There's just nothing. There's nothing you can think of. But yeah, no, ultimately, guys, in terms of the long-term thesis, like I'm still for Bitcoin. I'm not against it. We're just in a technical bear market now. We've lost this low. I do think a sucker's rally's on the cards. But wait, sorry. Let me do my trades. The exact pinpoint trades I'm going to be taking. I already told my VIP group, everyone, that I took a trade on 63 to 65. It's about 2 Bitcoin, so not massive. So I've got a trade open at the moment with the stop loss in. If we go to 74, I'm going to look for a head short against, so a short 74,000. I will also look to short, not 80. I'll look at 84, 98, because you can see AI charting tools has that level, the 200-day moving average. So essentially 74 is a short, 84 is a short, 98 93 and 95 where AI charting tools is, and then 100k on the 200-day. So those are all the short positions. You short every single one of these with your fucking eyes closed, because likely you're going to result in a lower low at some point in the future. But I also will take an 84 short, and then I'll take a 74 long, 100% for the potential chance for this suckers rally to continue. Even though we're not in the suckers rally yet, we need to get above 74 first. For this to be called a suckers rally, a lot of guys are calling it a dead cat bounce. It's too early. Dead cat bounces in my traditional textbook land, if you go and fucking look at the internet, it would be much further into a cycle, actually near the bottom of the cycle. Like very, 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 very late. This is not a dead cat bounce. This is going to be something like a relief suckers rally. This is going to be, this is a played out bear scenario. It's going to be a suckers rally. But I do think the suckers rally could go up to the 200-day. Like I said a billion times on this fucking goddamn show this evening, the extension we have from the 200-day moving average is extremely, let's call it, what's the word for it? It's extremely violent. Even though it's not violent, it's just a fucking line on the chart. But it's like, basically, the distance between the 200-day moving average and the price is very exacerbated. It's very far. The distance is great. And you can see in a lot of cases, this is a great example, actually. The price has really gotten away from the 200-day moving average, and the magnet is coming back, because we know that, like I said at the beginning of this video, the market is this: overbought, then oversold. Overbought, then oversold. The moving average in the middle is just the average of those twos, the average of the overexuberance and the fear. So right now, it's pretty fucking dire, actually, on the downside. And also, if you go onto old dashboard and have a look at the fear and greed, we're on 14. So suckers rally, very plausible right now, okay? Suckers rallies are there. I've been along already, but they're there to get sold into. That's why they're called suckers rally, because whoever buys them is a fucking sucker, sucking out like a goddamn egg on toast. Mate, you got a knife and fork next to you now. You're about to get munched up. You're fried up.
I'm ready for the suckers rally.
You're ready for the suckers suck on that fucking egg. That just went too far. Oh. So I'm knackered and I'm ill. So guys, also I want to mention Bot Master. So the ones I've got starred are the ones you should look at. Ray, Deep, very, very good bots. Obviously Pax G has had phenomenal. It had its first losing trade actually 3 days ago. And Pax G has an incredible win rate right now, 82%. So this is definitely one to look at. You just go to the Bot Master page, guys. Go to mdxalgo.com/botmaster. Again, you can look at this for free. Yeah, Deep, Ray. Let me just quickly go so PF means profit factor, okay? So yeah, they're all at the top. So basically, all the punt. I wouldn't mess around with fucking pump fun right now on the 180. Like, I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's high risk. Yeah, so it's got high written in it. So if like you can look at them and say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I like, guys, okay, the whole thing about Bot Master, I'm gonna make it really clear. The thing is, we're trying to create a product that is about high win rate, low drawdown, and makes money in 3 months. Trying to do that, because obviously we know that retail traders can't go underwater for 6 months. I've had bots before that can go underwater for years. The Hodl Bot went underwater for 8 months once. Sorry, it was in a drawdown period for 8 months. And then in 1 or 2 trades, it made back what it lost over that 8 months period and more. Okay, so imagine that. Imagine trying to sell that to a fucking retail trader. Okay, you know, this is a really, really great bot, but you're going to lose money for 8 months sometimes. Nobody's going to fucking get involved. So I want to be very clear here about expectations with Bot Master. We are trying to give you everything. We're trying to give you high win rate, low drawdown, money in 3 fucking months. But it's very, very difficult to do that, okay? And that's the open truth. Extremely difficult to make that happen. And there's going to be periods where the fucking price goes flat and you can't make money. If the price goes flat, which we can't determine, the Bot Master will not make money because it needs to move. So really, this is how I see it. We're going to put some longer term time frame bots into Bot Master, but we're going to put disclaimers in. I've always said this before. Bots that look counterintuitive, low win rate, long drawdowns, don't get used as much. So usually in long periods of time, they make more money because less people do them, meaning less competition. When you have a bot which looks like it's great, oh, high win rate, low drawdown, loads of profit in like loads of profit in 8 days, then more people do that. And the more people who do that, the more unprofitable it becomes. That's why we have to update them. And we're about to put a little, by the way, guys, we've got an update coming. So when you click on the button update and you read the update, it actually like goes a little bit different, the color. Because at the moment, we understand that it's quite difficult to know what's been updated, what's not been updated. So with Bot Master, we're going to create that. But to make my point really clear, so the expectation is this. Bot Master is designed to give you the choice. If you want to trade automation, run automated strategies. If you're going to go away for 3 weeks, use automation when you know it's going to be volatile. The other side of the coin is that we believe, and I believe actually, from my specifically what I said to my team today, I still do think you should have bots running but have a manual input as well. Because the winning key of these bots are letting the bots run, capturing the win rate, but then hedging against trades that might not work, and then building a manual strategy based on your analysis on top of the already running bots. That's the real synergy. That's the middle fucking ground. That's where you're going to make way more money. I did that with the Hodl Bot, maybe millions of dollars in Bitcoin before I even had a YouTube channel. Literally, you would take the trades at a 32% win rate. I've said it a million times. At a 32% win rate, that means that if you sold against the signals, you had a 68% win rate if you counter traded the signals. But the great thing is that over 6 months, the real winning trades in trading are long-term momentum swing trades. It's letting the winners win. So the thing about Bitcoin, it can go down and sideways for 6 months. But when it moves on the momentum swing trade to the upside, you make all your money back and more and a lot more if you catch that trade. But the risk is, imagine if you didn't catch it. So what you have to do is you have to pay the price of using a bot that loses a little bit of money for months and months and months and months and months. But you give yourself the guarantee and the luxury of always catching that move. Because if you miss that move, if you miss fucking 3 or 4 big moves in Bitcoin, you missed it all. If you sat around waiting on your computer for the move, 8 months goes by and you're waiting for your fucking trade, and then you miss it, you lose everything. You make nothing. So like you can't miss it. You have to pay for the luxury of not missing the big moves. So that specific bot I had, it actually has been very, very bad this year. Had a really bad year. So I've taken it down, I'm reconfiguring it. But historically what it's done is it's allowed me to go to bed and think, if the big move happens tonight, I'm always going to catch it. Because we look at the chart of Bitcoin. It's always massive impulse moves. Like, I remember the summer. Pete, you remember this fucking summer. This is when you first got in. This period here was just like a year. Like, it was literally like 6 months of just flat bollocks. But guess what? The bot was still losing a little bit of money in here. A little bit of money, caught it. A little bit of money lost, caught it. A little bit of money lost, boom. And then once you got that one, the bot stayed in for the whole fucking thing. So what I'm saying is, it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to manage expectations with the bot side of it, because low win rate with long drawdown can be very profitable, because you're giving yourself the ability. It's an insurance policy. You're losing money, but then you will get the big move. So the great thing about that is my strategy had a 32% win rate, which meant that if I counter traded every single signal, it would have a 68% win rate for a counter trade by default in the numbers. So you just like counter trade against it all the way through in the sideways, and then boom, you catch the big move. Anyway, Botmaster's slightly different to that, because we're only giving you high win rate. We're only giving you high win rate and low drawdown, which is specifically difficult in itself. We have to update them. So there is a manual input. You need to update the bots, okay? But you can come and learn about this and read about this in my VIP group, because it's free right now. It's the pinned message. If you click the pinned message, you can get my community for free. But yeah, that's Bitcoin. The trades are, you can look in my group, but the trades are as follows. Yeah, it's going to be 74 short, 84 short, probably a little bit higher actually, 96 short, 200-day moving average short, and 100K. And then if we get all of those, you're buying 74, it's an SR trade, so, but I wouldn't buy 100 up there. But yeah, it might look like something like that. The suckers rally could extend to $100,000 though. I do think we could get a suckers rally to 100K. But if we see 74 is the next short. So if we get 74, you just head short against it, because we could just flush all the way now. But I think it's unlikely, actually. I think a suckers rally, and then we go 30. Dixie, we'll see if it holds. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to go through it again. Gold, fucking probably doesn't go above 5,000. Stock market's priming up for a fucking nuke at some point. Oh, yeah. What do you think, Pete? What questions we got?
Got quite a few. What do you think about people that have been buying Bitcoin like $30 every day, and then they're a bit underwater now?
I don't know. How long has he been? When did he start?
Some of the DCA strategies, I think it's actually a bit of a joke. There's quite a lot of stuff on X just going around about how this guy's been buying $30 of Bitcoin for 7 years, and now he's underwater, or something like that.
$30 of Bitcoin every day for 7 years. Let's have a look where Bitcoin was 7 years ago. Because actually, it's kind of crazy. It wasn't even that fucking long ago. That would be 2019, yeah. So where did he start buying in 2019? That's the question. So if he started buying at 14K, that definitely makes a difference. If he was buying at 6. I think about Twitter, dude. It's like you just don't know anymore whether it's real or not. You just don't know. I would say that
Phemex just announced a big buy as well.
I did some numbers on Bitcoin, and the lowest potential chance. So if you buy £10 a day from any point in starting your Bitcoin journey, you're looking like a 3x. And like in the specific example I showed to my friend, it would be like £10 a day for 4 years. You'd have like way more, like minimum £30,000, which is crazy. From £10 a day. Like that's basically like I throw that money up my arse. When I wipe my ass on the toilet, I throw the money up my ass whilst I'm wiping. Listen, mate. Twitter and all its BS. Just do this question to ChatGPT off camera. Just say, if I bought $30 worth of Bitcoin every single day for 7 years, how much money would I have? Just do it right now, and we'll see if that guy's chatting fucking shit. Chatting shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the, like, guys, the reason that Pete is fried eggs on toast is because he got burnt. He got roasted up. What does it say? What does ChatGPT say, brother? He got roasted up deep, and now he's fried up.
Mate, ChatGPT is so shit. It's so
Mate,
crap.
it's not shit. It's amazing. It's good, bro.
It's lightly in profit, so don't worry about it.
What does it say?
Not very much.
What do you mean? What did it say? 7 years?
It's just crap. I don't even like ChatGPT anymore.
Get Grok then.
Yeah, Grok's, well, I don't even like Grok, to be honest. All of them are just tossers.
All of them have just got fucking egg on their face, man. Again.
Total invested 76,000. So yeah, you'd pretty much be at break even, something like that.
So you, for 7 years, if you bought $30 a day, you'd have 76,000.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't trust ChatGPT anyway. They always lie. But yeah, it is depressing for a lot. I think for a lot of people that have been DCAing over a long period of time.
Yeah, I think I've been decent. The thing is, it really depends on when you start. And I know the time periods are getting crazy, but I remember buying Bitcoin this is obviously crazy, but I was buying Bitcoin when it was like $600. I was DCAing back then, and that's had a incredible, upward shot. But I'm saying not all of my money has been made by just DCA. There have been trades I've taken, like Matic, for instance, and even EOS back in the day, and some other ones which did I put $50,000 into Matic at 4 cents. Like, it was $2.5 million, I think it made. So, you know what I mean? It's just like, what? The thing is, DCA is good, but the thing about DCA in terms of, okay, maybe you're at break even right now, or you're $6,000 up, well, on the price. But the thing is, you have a position in something that just fell 50%, and you're break even on a DCA strategy over 7 years. So what you could say to that is that actually that's very risk averse. Like, the thing has just dropped 50% for you to get back down to break even. And most things that drop 50%, if you buy them when they drop 50%, if you wait 6 months, you're pretty much always in profit in most things. So, I don't know, it might look bad right now, like saying, like, oh, no, I've been DCing for 7 years and right now I'm at break even. Well, the price of the fucking thing just halved, mate. So, like, it's only going to take another 50 weeks before we're probably breaking the all-time high again. Especially, we had
someone in the chat earlier saying US oil's in a bull market.
Yeah.
Secret.
What, a secret one?
It's a secret one, but
India oil I'm doing right now.
But we know about it.
Oil futures, let's have a look. I need to get the exact exchange he's talking about and shit, because this is going to be like fucking... Well, I'm on a higher time frame. No, not really. Always get the ticker so I can see exactly what he's looking at.
Hey, this is the chat. They don't include the tickers.
Yeah, I know. The chat love it.
Just random ones.
The chat love no tickers.
Yeah, no ticker.
Yeah, I don't really track it, man. I'm so against the macro smacker, I call it. I always just stick to the price action of the thing. You get yourself so diluted in oil. You get yourself diluted with all this fucking extra analysis. Like, what's this doing? What's this macro factor doing? Oh, it's too much. The only thing you should look at is the thing you're fucking trading, the technicals of that thing you're trading, and potentially look at something if you're looking at the government stuff, interest rates, and maybe the price of bonds, or the relative strength of the economy determined by what the interest rate is. Because if the interest rate on the bond the government is offering is extremely high, it usually means that the government is more risky. If it's extremely low interest, and also it's obviously supply and demand as well. So like if there's lots of demand for it, it goes up. But usually, if you see a really sketchy country trying to raise money through the bond market, they have very high interest rates. So that would obviously show you that maybe that economy isn't very strong and da-da-da. But there was a guy actually went on he went on LBC, you know that thing in England. The
yeah, LBCs.
I was laughing because he was just like talking about the debt, the UK debt, and he was like, "Why don't we just not pay it?" Have you seen it? Did you see the video? It was so funny.
I didn't see that one.
He was like, "But mate, like," he was like this proper like lad. Let's just not pay it. I don't pay it. Just don't pay it back. You know what I mean? Like it was nothing. And then the guy was just like, so what, you want to just, because you know like premium bonds and UK treasury bonds and like loan yield bonds, all these tools that the UK government use to raise money for the government. Imagine just turning around and saying, see you on the flippers. Bro, that would literally cause like the biggest nuke in any government ever in history, because it would just be your credit score go to zero. It would be a default essentially. And then the government would be able to raise their money on the bond market. Because I didn't actually know this until a few years ago, but like one of the biggest ways that the UK is driving its debt up is by just going to the bond market and just selling on the primary market. Because you have the primary bond market where the government issues bonds to raise money. Obviously, the secondary market is when they're traded. So like you can buy and sell the bonds without the government having anything to do with it. But it's just like the amount of money we're just seeping out of the system. The printing side of it is obviously one part, but printing is, you know, just it really isn't. It's a way of going into debt by just creating higher inflation. Any more questions, legends? Any questions, guys? By the way, if you're just coming into the chat, you can get my VIP community now in Discord for free for 10 days, like I keep saying.
US oil is the ticker where he wants you to look at, by the way. Just the natural gas ticker.
Yeah, I think I was on it. Oh, TBC. What, bruv? What? Bull market? Like, is this guy smoking fucking reefer? What chart is he even looking at? The US oil price. Let's have a look on fucking Forex.com. No, same fucking shit. Yeah, he's been smoking up some reefer. He's been smoking up crackaruniente. Yeah, it's not in any type of bull market at the moment, even though it's coming down to its 618. But again, this like the whole thing with this is, you know, you're trading a fucking commodity which is massively controlled by the industry. So like, it's not really, you know, something that you really want to be drawing fuckloads of technical patterns on it. If Saudi Arabia turn around tomorrow and say, you know what, legends, we're not doing it anymore. We're going to build a theme park instead. And we're going to close down our fucking oil refineries. Then it's going to change shit. So, like, it's too much dependency. I like trading commodities that are either bearer assets for... assets that are used in monetary form. So, like, for instance, gold is a bearer asset which is used for money. And then most of it is the stock to flow. So most of the supply goes into being money. And then you have a really easy way that it's just fucking trading on supply and demand. And also, we do know that US dollars are essentially printed on the back of it, being pegged to it, but that's all changed. So, I don't know. I'm not really into it, bro. And I've been trading for now nearly 15 years. I've always been a fucking stock, shares, and Forex guy anyway. With the Australian dollar to Great British Pound and obviously crypto. Like, crypto's been my predominant fucking money-making trading venture. What we saying, bro? Any more questions?
Yeah, what do you think Keir Starmer's on his way out at the minute in the UK?
Bruv, he's shit. He's always been shit. And he deserves... He's just like, what is he even doing? Like, he's crap.
all the new stuff
crap.
basically says just about the Epstein files constantly coming out, but it actually is having an impact on...
I can't watch it, man. It's too dark. I just can't watch it. Dark. It's dark. Like, and like, there's just these weird videos of like, you can just see what's happening, but it's got a black box on the front of it. And I'm just like, you know what? There's enough bad shit going on in the world, like with murders and genocides and pedophilia and rape and all this shit. And it's just like, you know what? Why do I care any more about the Jeffrey Epstein's version of it than anybody else is happening to? Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it? I know it's like a big fucking thing, but it just makes me, I'm just like, shut up. Like, this is happening all the time. Like, what about the random kid in fucking England who's getting it, is happening it to? We don't care about. We don't talk about it. You know, it's just like, I don't give a fuck about Jeffrey Epstein or why he's tied to this or the government that. I don't care. Like, it's happening all around the world right now, and everyone's just like doing a big like, oh yeah, I told you so about Jeffrey Epstein and him being connected to the pedophile ring. I was like, bro, stop fucking talking about it. And if you really want to go sort it out, go and do the pedophile bashing people. You know, go and find them.
What are you talking about? What, the vigilantes?
Yeah, the vigilantes.
Oh, respect. We've got Heather Lad in the chat asking about Ultra and UOS.
The one of the funniest things, and this is so funny, I bought 500,000 Ultra today.
Today, yeah?
Today. Earlier today.
You didn't tell me about that.
I bought 500,000 Ultra, which is literally nothing. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, it's gone so low, bro. I just bought it because it's gone below its previous bear market low. And I spoke to the team today, and they're still active. They said that we're taking a strategic change of course. And I was thinking to myself, you're trying to go up against Steam. It was a good story. It had a very good story. It was like, we're going to try and change the gaming distribution engine of Steam. But then I really did a deep dive on Steam over the last couple of years, and I just realized, like, bruv, this is fucking impossible to beat. Like, what? This is a crazy company. And, like, it's just not going to get beaten. So it's just, they have the network effect of the users. You have all the games that you purchased are now locked into Steam, so then you don't want to move because then you don't have the games you already bought. So the more games you buy, the more you want to stick around. You have the network effect of everyone who's on even the system of allowing you to chat in the games with the Steam. So like, if it didn't have that, then you would have to go and get a third party to then be able to talk to your friends on Discord, but then it's like not connected to the actual thing. So Ultra hasn't got that. So you can't talk easily. There's no chat function. Even though it's crap, it's still there. Then you have all the games which you purchased. Then you have the advertising. So like every single game wants to be on Steam because you can advertise to millions of people who have Steam. Then you have the whole Steam Deck thing. It's just like, nah, man. Like it's not going away for a long time. There has to be something bigger, a bigger idea to take that down. It's a big thing. And also the owner of it has the majority share. So like there's no investors and there's not a board and all this crap. It's just fucking mental. But anyway, Ultra they need to change their course. They need to basically nibble on the end of, they need to grab the coat of Steam and find something they're doing really badly, but kind of bootstrap onto it to get momentum. You can't just take the Goliath on head on. It's just like when we're playing Dark and Darker, you know? You can't just walk into the dungeon and think you've got it. You can't go in for a one-on-one, you know?
Man, I love a one-on-one.
You can't go in for a one-on-one with this. It's too tough. But the thing is, the great thing about Ultra is it has a games distribution platform. You can go on it right now and download Citadel. There's a game they built. It actually has a good product. It's just that no one's going to move to it right now. It's just Steam's too big. But I do think the reason I bought some was because all of that aside, I do think that we're going to get another craze in like there's going to be another craze in gaming. And look, I don't know when, but it's going to happen. I know that at some point in the future, someone is going to start talking about cryptocurrency blockchain gaming again. It's going to get into the media. It's going to go on a spike. And then suddenly everyone's going to go, fucking hell, Ultra's trading at like 0. And then they go and buy $1,000 worth of it and it moves the price. Like, you got to remember, Ultra's going down so low in price right now that you need an exponentially less amount of money every single fucking 10 cents it goes down to move the price. Like, when it goes down to near zero, if you go and market smash $10,000, it will pop up like that, and it will say 800%, and everyone will go on their charts. Like, what the fuck? What's this? 800% up. And then you'll just get another cycle start. The next cycle for gaming coins is going to be just they go so low that everyone just goes and buys 500,000 coins like I did today. And I literally watched the price go up. I was like, this is a joke, bruv. I bought like fucking $5,000 or something. I was like, it went ping. It was actually less than that. But I think the reason I'm buying it, they're going to change their action, and they're still there. They're still alive. There will be a gaming craze again, and it will probably go up from here 10x. So fuck it. Like, even if the product is not going to beat Steam, you got to remember, like, it's just the narratives. The narratives. Wait, what's here? Result total invested 76,000 in total Bitcoin accumulated. Wait, what? So, what's this guy saying? I can't see it. Audio Massacre's got some. He's blasting off in the chat.
I think he's actually figured out how to talk to ChatGPT.
Right. Well, that would you just literally type words into a fucking box. Is your MDX chat working? Yeah, it should be.
It's just a bit slow, isn't it?
Here's the tweet. No, that's not the tweet, bro. No, I'm talking about the one before. That's not the right tweet, bro. The one I did a tweet before this whole move. I did a tweet where I was saying it's going to go here. There's a line on the chart. That's got 35,000 views, though. That's not the right tweet, though, bro. The right tweet is the one where I say the price of the stock market is going to fall to the COVID highs. But respect for going and finding that, but that's not the right tweet. I did a tweet where I predicted the stock market falling to the COVID highs here. And I drew a line on it, and we did exactly that. That was the tweet of Runiente, so Squire. Yo, what else we got, Peter? What's crack-a-lacking out there, my guy?
Well, no, it's not much, mate. Everyone's just fucking talking about that. But we've got actually, even Elon Musk is weighing in this afternoon on trying to get rid of Keir Starmer as well. But I don't even know, like, there's no one who I'd like to replace him. And we've got so many more years of Labour.
No, you can get in, you know, that woman from Birmingham with the weird...
What, Angela Rayner?
Yeah. What would you do? You know, it's all about working class people, you know? If we could get Birmingham on the levy, she sounds like a fucking retard.
Yeah, she's gonna be coming back.
The thing about politics, mate, is like, because this is the synergy. Because the private sector.
That's interesting.
What, bro?
Japan. They've just elected a new prime minister, really.
Conservative fucker.
And it's because that first wave of Pakistani immigration and like Indians going over there. It's made them like go super right.
I know. They fucked it. But mate, it's the reason England was the first to have the worst fucking parliamentarian system ever. And it's not well, it is the parliamentarians, but I'm saying it's because England had a really good fucking private sector for the whole of the 70s, the whole of the 80s, and the whole of even the beginning of the 90s. It was a really good private sector. Everybody was moving to London. It was the place to fucking be. And all of the boomers were like, fuck working for the government. Let's go and get a fucking job in London and make loads of money, because London was the place to be in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. The beginning of the 90s, anyway. So basically, all of the talent went to the private sector to work in companies in England. And then anyone who was just a fucking wavy little fairy dust, didn't get the job done, wank stain, they were the ones who joined government. Because they were like, oh, I don't want to work hard, and I'll go get a really easy job for the government, and that's why you got, like, what's that guy called? Gnome? Like, that guy called, like, what's that fucking guy called in the English... He's called, like, Richard Known or something, or Gove.
Michael Gove.
Michael Gove.
Yeah.
Bro, like, seriously, bro. He's that guy who was too wet to start a company, too much of a pussyhole to get his fucking hands dirty, and he just slipped and slided like a snake his way into the government. And now he ends up actually having a say about things. And it's just like... Anyone who was a legend and anyone who was a Chad doing their shit in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s were in London starting businesses and being legends and making loads of fucking money. They were not going and starting the government. I'm going to go work for the government. And if they did, they would have been from Eton, and they would have been the idiots who didn't manage to go and work in a Japanese bank in fucking goddamn Singapore. Like, all of the clever guys would just get fucking... All the clever bros from Eton and Harrow and all those schools who end up in politics, the ones that were good were just siphoned off into, like, Singapore or Japan, or they went to Dubai at the beginning, or they had a great fucking office job in Canary fucking Wharf with their nice goddamn BMW. Like, none of them went to the government. So it was almost like I think, like, all the talent got taken into the private sector because England was good. Now what's happening is people in the private sector are getting so ridiculously ruined by the government. Now what we're seeing is the people who actually made money in the 70s, 80s, and 90s are saying, you know what, fuck this. I've made my money now. I'm coming back. I'm going to go and try and fix the government. And what you're seeing is people who own businesses, private sector individuals come back and say, I'm going to fix the government. You've seen it with Trump. You've seen it with Elon Musk. You're seeing it with fucking Nigel Farage. You're seeing it with this fucking guy. And I think that's kind of the swing which always happens. If you have a really, really good economy where you have free market principled society where people can make money and lots of it, why would you work for the government? The government's never going to be able to compete for your labor in the same way the private sector is going to be able to compete for your labor. So, like, it's almost like a inherent, you know, if you have a good economy, then you're going to have a shit government. If you've got a shit economy, you're going to probably have people coming back. Luckily enough, people made enough in England to then come back and try and sort it out. But England's a fucking shit show, man. It's a shit piece. The only person who's going to sort out the problem is people from the private sector. And love him or hate him, I think Nigel Farage is going to be the guy to hopefully try and... Are you going to vote Farage, bro?
We'll have to see what happens, won't we? You know what I mean?
But what? No, you just tell who are you gonna fucking vote for, bro?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, who are you gonna vote for, bro?
I didn't vote in the last.
Okay,
election.
if you could vote right now, who would you vote for out of the people who are standing? Let's just say it's Farage, the Greens, Liberal Democrats, or Labour. Who'd you vote for?
Zach Polanski of the Green Party.
Mate, honestly, that guy, he is the scary communist I've ever seen, and he smiles with his crooked teeth like. Oh, he's evil, bruv. He's like a genuine communist.
He's going to sort it all out. Don't worry about it.
You're not voting Green, bruv. I can't. Honestly, bruv, I'm going to have to break up with the relationship.
Wait, how are we going to... with this Discord age restrict stuff, you have to verify your age via face scan or
I think
ID.
it's if you want to join an age restricted server.
What, so they scan your face and they think, oh yeah, you look old. They do it like that, or you have to submit.
No,
your
ID and then it verifies you. It's like your phone, I think.
Right.
It's dead. I don't like it. I don't think it should happen. It's like Facebook. Imagine Facebook if it did that.
So it's tackle bots and stuff as well, or like
no, they literally said in their fucking press piece it was all to do with child protection and teenage protection and shit.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's going to stop a lot of people from using Discord and maybe using something else, or how's it going to impact?
Hey, I don't know. Okay, I don't have a massive market research on this, but any application that I've ever been on which asks for KYC, I usually like, you know, even exchanges, fuck off, fucking.
Yeah, it already has the network effect, doesn't it? Too many people are in it.
Yeah, it has a good network effect, but they don't have the network effect in the same way something like Twitter or Facebook does. So I don't know. It could be a little bit like.
I think people are too attached to their Discords and stuff to care that much.
No, it does have it, but I don't think it's as. I think it could be that a competitor could probably come along and do the same thing better. But it'd be difficult for it to catch traction. I know, but Discord's not as big as like. It's not actually massive. It's more of a gaming thing. How many users has it got?
I think it's huge among especially younger people.
I reckon it's got 300. I reckon it's got 250 million users.
I reckon
worldwide.
everyone in high school and everyone in college has a Discord these days.
Ask ChatGPT. I haven't got my ChatGPT up. But how many users has it got? I can't even find my chat right now.
Oh yeah, Ren Moores has asked just to make sure the tip group is free for only 10 days. The tip group, the VIP, man, VIP group is free for only 10 days, or is it 10 days to get in for free for life?
Bro, it's 10 days to get in for free for life.
Oh, that's so much sicker than the other option.
Well, what the fuck? There was no other option.
Yeah, well, that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
No, you get it for free forever. My VIP community is completely free forever if you get in the next 10 days. And you know what? We might keep it open for longer. But I'm saying, like, you can get my VIP community for free. Click the link.
No.
We're opening this shit up. Because everyone's getting rep.
Yeah, what's ChatGPT saying about Discord and the numbers?
I ain't got ChatGPT up. You need to do it.
Yeah, no, screw that. What do you think about the Subway girl?
Listen, bro, you talk to me like that on my stream again.
ChatGPT's so slow for me. I need to figure out what's going on. I feel like it's a bit ill.
Mate, it's your computer. It's 85 billion years old.
Bitcoin.
It's like an artifact.
Yeah. All right, no, it wants to talk to me now, but I don't care about it anyway. Get rid of it. Have you tried the browser attached to ChatGPT, Atlas?
No. Oh, yeah, I did actually download it, and I instantly deleted it because it was crap.
What about the Claude bot? Have you got a little Claude bot?
Yeah, no, I can't be asked to, like, get the HTML code, put it into my fucking terminal, press enter to get it to like take honestly, but you gotta be careful. Like you got to get a whole brand new PC because you're essentially allowing this bot to take control of like the inner operating system of that computer. So I'll be really careful. Don't do it on a computer you have loads of data on it. You might say send an email to, you know, Alice on this specific.
Remember when I almost got scammed? I was trying.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never seen someone give the amount of information that you did and they still not be able to scam you.
Yeah, they couldn't hack me even though I gave them everything and also installed the software on my computer. They still couldn't. Like they ended up blocking me. They ended up blocking me. They're just so pissed off.
Mate, you gave them the login, you gave them the download, you sorted them out, you were helping them. Yeah, go on to this and open that. Where's my $1,000?
What's going on with the eggs? All over the gap.
I can't see the eggs. I've got
you
your
have
screen.
To create a Blowfin account to get into the VIP group.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
lads. Yeah, Blowfin, create an account, put your UID number in, you're in for life. All you got to do is trade on the exchange, and you have my VIP group forever, for life, which is where it's at, my guys.
200 million plus monthly active users on Discord.
That's what I said, bruv. I literally said 250 million fucking users. Like, my brain, yo, I remember numbers.
Well done, brother.
Thanks, bro. What we need to do is we need to create a new game with a real game economy, which is attached to crypto. We then need to get it as good as Cypherpunk in terms of the fucking graphics, or that new game we played called that one. Unbelievable graphics. Like, what's going on with that? And then we need to plug it in, get the ultra and the gaming hype back with a crypto backed fucking economy, and then moon all the crypto gaming coins again. That's what I feel like needs to come back, you know?
Mate, the UOS Ultra project just feels like they fumbled it so hard. I don't understand. Like,
the problem is any normal company which built a product like that in an industry which didn't have massive, you know, Steam as a competitor, like, there wouldn't be any issues with it because it would just be like progression, but it'd be difficult to create users. The issue is that a lot of these companies, they create tokens and they don't realize that that token can sometimes represent the success of your business, but also your business can get better and better and better and better, but that token can go down and down and down and down and down and fucking down until the issue is like, it's such a dicey game having a token because you can only do the best things to make your company better, but like the supply and demand and the utility of that token is what determines the price. And like, if you've got an incredible product you're releasing, but you just don't have people who have demand for token, it will just make your project look crap. technically speaking, it's better than 99.9% of projects. They're still working, they're still there, they're still building things, they still have a whole thing you can download and use and play games on. But it's just like the token just fucked it up. And it did go to the absolute moon. I can't lie. I think I had like, I don't know, I had like $500,000 in it at one point. The only person who fumbled that was me. But I wasn't going to sell on my computer. I wasn't going to sell. I told everyone I'm never selling. Actually, my main premise is this. I'm always going to hold it until they realize their vision. And if they don't, then I'll lose everything. And that's what I stuck to. But I did buy 500,000 coins today. Just for the old time's sake. Because it's going to pop again. Like, if as long as they stay around, as long as they stick around.
As long as they survive.
As long as they just survive. There's going to be, in the future, another gaming narrative thing. And you're going to have a new wave of idiots who come and buy up the price of everything. And it's just going to pop. And also, like I said, it's like the statistics of crime in London. The reason they look so bad is because actually the numbers are very low. You're actually 3 times less likely to get murdered in London than you are in New York. Actually, 2025 was one of the lowest instances of murder in the last 25 years in London. These numbers are real shit. The problem is that because the numbers in London are so low, for instance, 90 murders in a year in London. Okay, that's still too many. It's 300 in New York. But the problem is, if there's an extra 50, it goes, UK murders are up 50%. Well, it's still 150. It's still half New York. But New York, if they get 100 murders, 33% increase. If you go to Mexico, you could have 10,000 murders in Mexico City. But 700 extra in the year, 8% increase. So the problem is, like, actually, if you look at the actual objective reality of the situation, London's extremely safe. Murders are very, very low. Petty crime is up. And yes, there are a few more stabbings in other countries in Europe. But the problem is because it's so low and it started from such a low number, that even a slight increase looks like a huge percentage. And that's exactly what happens in trading of markets. If the price goes down far enough, you just need the smallest amount of money to ping the fucking dial. And then suddenly it will be, okay, it's like Bitcoin at 126K. If it goes to 130K, it's like a fucking 2.5% increase. Whatever. It still went up $4,000. If Bitcoin goes to fucking 10K, and then goes up $4,000 to 14K, you're looking at like a 40% increase. So that's why, legends. Never look at percentages. Only ever look at percentages in your P&L when you're trading. But when it comes to statistical stuff, you can't just look at a percentage. If you don't know the actual first denominated figure of the statistic, you really don't know anything. If you just like, it went up 50%. Well, where did it go from? Because London had 96 murders in 2025. It's like one of the lowest we've ever recorded. But petty crime is up, and your phone gets nicked all the time. Which is probably more fucking annoying. I'd rather die than get my phone nicked every fucking week, to be honest. Wait, what's this? Have you got anything more on Twitter?
I'm just getting all my facts wrong, about the names of people and stuff.
Sorry, but I think Peter sniffed the line off the chart.
What's going on with some holds you got with other stuff like Nike and Meta and other bits?
Where are you? You're looking down at me. I'm on this.
I'm looking about.
You were looking down at me.
Listen, I'm a bit fried and a bit cooked and a bit toast today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking.
Well, let me make a joke we haven't made yet. You got egg on your face? You're gonna get scrambled up tonight. My Nike play. Let's have a look at Nike. I've got a position in it. It hasn't moved. Nike's slow. I'm basically just at entry, really. So the only reason I bought it was 3% dividend yield. PE ratio is really good. The fair value from Reuters was $108. It's gone back to it's gone back to like the same. Well, it didn't dip back down there, but it's gone back to the same prices in 2017, like nearly a decade ago. It's gone back to prices nearly a decade ago. And in my opinion, that's considering the amount of new currency being created, the price is very, very low in comparison to what we would have been at 10 years ago. So I think Nike's a good play. I also think Nike is I think actually another company recently came out and called it, but I'm saying I think Nike is more than technology as well. Like a lot of guys bet on technology, and the fucking NASDAQ has been doing well, but the NASDAQ gets, tech companies get they get displaced by competition much faster. Nike is literally a culture. It's like you have like whole communities like built on it and shit. It's just like people wear Nike clothes. They love the fucking shoes. Yeah, it's still a bit of a risky play because it's not putting all of its money into growth. Like if it didn't pay a 3% dividend and put that 3% into advertising more, then maybe you'd have more growth in the stock. But I would bet that the 3% is quite nice. That's the play, isn't it? It's either you play defensively and you get money when it might go down, or you have a company that doesn't give you a dividend and they put all that money back into trying to grow the business. And I'm just like, I quite like the dividend. I'm a dividend kind of guy, man. I've always been a divs guy. I'm a dividend kind of dude. What excites me more, really? Obviously, I do like the high velocity side of trading, and I do like, getting in to high probability setups as well as momentum swingies with my bots. But ultimately, what really makes me feel more comfortable is having a nice, solid value portfolio, and it's yielding you a 3 to 5%, and you're just kind of sitting on, if you have $5 million yielding at 5%, $250 a year. It's not bad. Not bad, Squire. I'm just looking at the screen and I can see this fucking egg with these high eyes. What's going on, bro?
Public chat is only viewable for some. Yeah, I think you can use the Discord, right? The public chat if you come in for free.
Another guy's joined. No, you can use everything. You got all of them. Got the academy. You got my favorite group, which is the meme section. Wait, yeah, that's actually a funny one. Look at that. Wait, you can't see it. You can't see it, but look. Oh no! I need to swap these around. Let me just swap this around over here. Can you see that?
What? What the hell is this?
So basically, it looks like you're just absolutely giga killing it, and then on the edge of the screen, you can see the price is just absolutely nuked to zero. That's, do you remember those curved screens back in the day?
Yeah.
They all went away a bit. Mate, we should actually make this a thing. We should do like a memes section, like part of the videos where we just go through all the memes.
Yeah.
Guys, in my group, just go to memes and post your favorite memes. What's this one? So is that CZ? I don't know.
I like that Forbes is the new top indicator one with Forbes put in like Sam Bankman-Fried and then Sailor and stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about all these it's just Sam Bankman-Fried. He was a fucking absolute moron. Everyone thinks he was like maliciously doing it on purpose. I genuinely think it was just ignorance. He just basically bit off a little bit more than he could chew. I don't think he was ever trying to do it maliciously. I think he genuinely just didn't know the risks of what he was doing, and he actually thought he could do it, and he took other people's fucking money. That was a bit stupid. But I don't know if he like maliciously thought, I'm going to take their money because it's not mine and trade with it. I think he genuinely just thought, there's some money here. If I can just trade like this, I can do that. Wait, what's all this about? Damn, this is crazy. Come on, boys. Yeah, that's a little bit of you, actually. I can see you doing that. Yeah, they got wrecked. Honestly, the alt guys got so wrecked. Silver, gold, and SPX, crypto's right.
Wait, what's the I had my friend come blaze a fathead in Birmingham. Yeah, I'll sounds good to me, brother. I'll hang around for that one. Wait, did you my friend got in touch recently again and was just like, what's going on? And I want to put some money into stuff. Like, what's the best? And I didn't actually give him. I need to check back in on him and just see, like,
Mate, give him this advice. Read this tweet.
Was before, like, we had a bit of down days recently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good. Just this is the advice. Read that to him. Just go, send him this tweet. That's what he should do. That's literally what he should do.
I reckon he pulled the trigger already. I need to touch base with him, see what he's been doing.
This is what anyone should do if they want to get into Bitcoin, but they are on the fucking sidelines. Just do this. Take whatever it is. It could be $1,000. It could be $10,000. You could be quite a wealthy individual and have $100,000 to put into your assets and your investments. And just literally take it and break it down into 52 weeks and forget about it. Just do it on fucking Binance or Coinbase. Take the fee and just shut up. Stop trying to get your little, no, it's too high, the fees. Just get it in. It's going up. You're not going to be able to buy OTC because you're not buying over. I can actually get OTC now for $50,000. So I can get it down to like less than 0.1% on a 50K buy. But that's because I'm MDX crypto. You're not going to get that. Right? You're not allowed that. You ain't got the fucking private accounts. So I'm saying take whatever amount of money you want and just buy it every single week for 52 weeks. Or if you really want to like really mitigate out the curve and make it super smooth, like the fly on the back of a horse. You're the fly on the back of a horse. You can't dictate the direction, but you're in for the ride. Buy it every day. And then you're super DCA. Buy, £20 a day, depending on what you want to get in. Because if you think about it, £10 a day is still nearly more than £500 a month. That's $700 a month. So for $1,000 a month, you're looking at $15 to $16 a day or something like that. Come on. That's not hard, is it? Just stop eating the extra burger, the extra sandwich. Just cancel a few. Just don't have the bacon and eggs every morning, Like, let's really reduce the fucking demand for bacon and eggs and toast. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good way. I'm actually trying to trying to lose a bit of weight myself. Is that what we're talking about, losing weight?
You want to get down the cholesterol?
Yeah, I'm trying to sort myself out a little bit at the minute.
Yeah, why did you get so big recently?
I'm not that big. Shut up.
Mate, you're a big boy.
I don't think you've seen. There's loads of stuff on my feed about Japan right now.
Yeah, so tell me what's going on in Japan. New prime minister.
Elected a right-wing anti-immigration government just in time before it got really bad. Okay.
It's very promising. Like, if that happened, then great. It just shows, like, it's happening all around the fucking world. Like, the US is leading the world. Actually, Argentina were first. Let's be real here. The fucking Argentinians with that rock star brother with the crazy hair, they were first. Even though the whole narrative was shifting. Yeah, man, it's just the way it has to go. We went too left. Like, even most lefties, I think, kind of agree. They don't want to because they're fascists and they can't hear the other side of the argument. But, like, most of them, I know, deep down, kind of agree. It got too far. They were just like, relax. Like, we need a little bit of the libertarian freedom side as well. We can't just have it, like, we can't live in a world of far left. Otherwise, it's Starling. But you said it the other day. You thought Starling was far right. The problem is people don't even get it. They don't even understand what it is. Like, the left have distorted the lines between what left and right is so much that anything which looks bad, they just call it far right. And it's like, well, actually, that's not true. Far right is quite good in some respects. It means far freedom, more liberty, less government. The thing is about lefties, bro, and I always get to the same fucking answer every single time. Lefties prescribe things that they don't want to do themselves. Everybody wants more freedom. Everybody wants to pay less tax. Everybody wants to have their own way of doing things. Everybody wants to do things voluntary. No one wants to be forced. But the reason is they don't have anything, and more people don't have things, and the more people who don't have things, they demand to take things from others. But the problem is, as soon as they were given things, then they turn into the guys who don't want to give the things. So like, you have to understand that Pareto's principle is against the right. The right have to fight. That's why you have to fight for freedom. Freedom is a fight. Control is never a fight. Control is easy to seep into freedom. Sorry, government control and control. Allowing someone to control your life means that you have less decisions to make yourself. Even to that degree, it's easier to do. So it's always a fight for freedom because more people have less things. Pareto principles have stated this for thousands of years. If you go back to the fucking medieval era, 8 out of 10 people were peasants. 80%. That's the fucking Pareto principle. It's always.
I don't think I'd have been a peasant back in the days. I'd have been. I would have been an inventor, like, because there's so much small stuff to invent.
You would have been inventing ways to try and get away from the Lord who was making you your slave, bro.
I'm not dealing with a field.
You would have been a medieval peasant. Like you would have been the king of the medieval peasants.
I'd have, to be honest,
can you imagine
can you imagine what like the tavern scenes would have been like back then? Like
unbelievable. Tavern. Well, the sad thing is that the tavern side of shit in the medieval England came way later. Like there was like 100 or 200 years of just like you were like owned by a lord. It's fucked. No pubs. No, there were pubs, but I'm saying not everyone had access. The pubs were for the people who were the owners of the land, the landlords, and also the dukes and the earls and all those people. They went to those, but then they all...
I'd have been a duke or an earl, I reckon.
He would have been a lord, bro.
I would have been a farmer.
You would have been the lord of the dukes. What's this gay shit on the screen about?
This is Brian Armstrong from Coinbase.
It's not real, man. It's a joke. Okay, no.
This is Brian Armstrong with a Super Bowl ad. Have you watched Coinbase's Super Bowl ad? I'm not going to put you through.
Nah, I watched the Mr. Beasts though.
What?
Came up on Twitter. Mr. Beast did an ad. He said he's giving away $1 million. Just relax, bro.
Right. Okay.
And also, I saw Ye's won last year.
Yeah, that's the most iconic one, isn't it?
That was the best ad ever made.
You go on the site and it's just
a Nazi. Yeah, just a Nazi T-shirt.
Yeah, he apologized recently though, so it's all forgiven.
Yeah, it's just fucking, mate. There's been a lot worse out there. It's just a stunt. It's just a marketing celebrity stunt. Do the most crazy thing possible, then people talk about you. Guess what? We're doing it right now. He won. He's actually just clever. He's a very clever, creative person. Even though, yeah, obviously swastikas are pretty dark, but the thing is also who was that guy called Nick Fuentes? Yeah, okay. So he went on Piers Morgan's show, and he said that he thought that Hitler was cool. And at the beginning, I was like, yeah, that does sound a bit crazy, bro. What do you mean he was cool? But then I was like, in my head, I was like, what the fuck am I even talking about? Actually, he was pretty badass and cool, just like all of the dynasty fucking Japanese warriors, like all the Roman fucking conquerors, like all of the fucking guys, the Mongols. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I think about the Mongolians, that was pretty fucking savage and badass. Like, the Vikings who came and raped half of fucking England and the fucking Western Europe. Actually, it's so ridiculous that like everyone's like, oh yeah, you can't say that about Hitler. Bruv, I literally think there are so many kings, queens from our past. Like, think about like what the fucking Egyptians did. Think about the fight between fucking that guy between Pompey and the Egyptians. Bro, they literally savaged each other. That was pretty fucking cool. I play Assassin's fucking Creed. So I disagree. I actually think you're allowed to say shit like that. I think Piers Morgan's a bit gay, to be honest. You're not allowed to say that. And he brought on a person who had people who died in the Holocaust who he knew, which is obviously really sad. But bruv, we've all had ancestors who've been killed by some raging fucking lunatic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like the amount of the genocide that the Mongolians committed on the people of fucking Western Europe, bruv. Like, I know it's really sad, but it was pretty fucking cool as well. Like, it's literally like, you know, you're allowed to sometimes think the bad guy's cool. Do you know what I mean? I think we both agree. You're allowed to think the bad guy's kind of cool. Like, what was that film we watched the other day? The bad guy in Avatar 3, bruv.
I didn't watch Avatar 3. I'm not gay.
Oh, yeah, you're not gay. Oh, I forgot. Wait, what about what about this one? The bad guy in the Joker. The Joker.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Nick Fuentes, he genuinely fumbled that interview because like he's trying to be all like macho and say the most unbelievably crazy things all the time, but he fucking fumbled it. He could have just been like, I don't care what you think. Like he just didn't have any good points to like fight against like being called racist. And he said that his dad wasn't racist, and he said everybody was racist. And I was just like, you're an idiot, bro. He could have done way better with that. Mate, what's this? Me on my way to work Monday morning after Bitcoin at 126 because Q4 was supposed to be. Yeah, that was a sick film as well.
Yeah, good film. I reckon we should
get in the lobby.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna have to make some eggs and bacon and some dinner in a minute. But I'm gonna put the link for the community into the chat one more time if you haven't done it.
Yeah, free community. You can get in free for life.
And you can join the Discord.
Yeah, that's my Discord server. My Discord server is open, free for life.
But you're gonna have to surrender your passport to Discord soon, anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. All right, legends. We will see you on Zed Flipperunientes, and I need to sort some stuff out. And Pete is a legend.
Yeah, what's going on with you over the next few days?
I'm about, but I'm going to a hotel tomorrow because I've got. But no, I'm about. I'm going to be coming back here for the evening sesh.
Yeah.
So I'm about. You know what I mean? All right, legends. See you on the flippies, and have a great afternoon, evening. Most people listen in the morning. Morning, afternoon, and evening. See you on the flip side, legends. Hit the like button. Oh.